hot topic right now, sign stealing. Is it a part of the game or is it frowned upon?
I mean, I know personally, I think it's a part of the game, sign stealing, when you're in the game.
Yeah.
Now, my issue with this, and again, there's a lot to be uncovered yet. If it's premeditated and you're actually forward scouting, now you're talking the integrity of the game. And to me, I'm a big believer in the football gods and the integrity of the game and doing it the right way. And I have a problem with that if that's the case. Now, again, I'm speaking in completely hypotheticals here. We got to see the hard evidence, but that's my take on it. But I know personally in the league and through my career, stealing signs while you were on the sidelines, if you weren't playing or whatever, was completely something that everyone does. I mean, you think about baseball, you're going through indicators and all this stuff. Like, people do it all the time.
Yeah.
I think it's just part of trying to gain a competitive advantage. But if you're doing it in a forward scouting manner, I think that there's, again, you're messing with the integrity of the game, and that's where I have a problem with it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, every program in the country has a guy that steals signals. We had one at ASU. But again, like you said, it's during the game, or it's what you can see on film, what you can see, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So
that's all. I mean, even as a quarterback,
everyone does that. Yeah.
But even as a quarterback, like I know if I was changing. Perfect example is the Wisconsin game. Like Chris Borland, that's why I have so much respect for him. Like, if I made a check in the first quarter, like, he remembered the words and how I did it and the hand signals and stuff like that. So, like, it's all part of a competitive advantage. That's the game within the game, where now I was sitting there in between drives going, okay, I may go, I may say, silver sword instead of gold sword, gold being the hot word, to try to throw him off a little bit and think it's zone right and then end up running zone left or something like that. But
and we would know the defensive signals sometimes too, from like empty check and like what they were checking to in a lot of different situations. So
the hand check cover too.
At the end of the day, my thought on Michigan is that, number one, it's going to be really hard for Jim Harbaugh to say he didn't know what was going on. If he didn't know, that's like purposeful ignorance, in my opinion. Like, he had to know something, and that's his job to know. But I also think that no punishment should happen until the investigation is over and runs its course. When Ole Miss got in trouble, when ASU got in trouble, when Tennessee got in trouble, punishments didn't happen until they actually got the investigation over with. So I think if they suspend Jim Harbaugh, like they're saying they're going to, before we really know everything that happened, I think that's a little premature and a little bit of a rush to judgment by the media, which we saw a lot at Penn State.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah. I agree with everything you guys said. I was listening to First Take this morning, and Stephen A. Smith was saying how they need to ban them from the playoffs and suspend everybody. You don't want to penalize those kids because at the end of the day, even if they did have some type of understanding of what was going on, they're just listening to their coaches who are getting paid millions and millions of dollars.
Well, they're the adults in the situation. Right?
They're the adults in the situation. Exactly. Yeah. So I would say that. I would also say, to a different point, you mentioned people, naturally, competing, trying to figure out signs, calls. Some of the best players I played with. I mean, one of the defining factors, P.J. Mustipher is a guy I'll throw out there. It would take him one drive. He'd be on the field. He'd be listening to the quarterback. He'd be listening to the center talking to his guys. And he'd come back with 5, 6, 7 different calls he had picked up on that. I mean, numerous times I can account his figuring out those signals leading to victory or leading to the defense playing better. It was impressive to watch.
Yeah, pass pro to run pro, identifications,
all of it.
That stuff.
They're going they're going on two. There's a stretch, whatever it may be. Picking up on those things happens all the time, even at the college level.
I will say the Connor Stallions dude is hilarious. This guy that did the whole thing.
Well, no, listen, I've seen some stuff now. This is like I saw someone say it, ESPN 30 for 30 stuff, dude. Like, this is going to be nuts.
This is going to be a great...
I kind of respect the guy. I mean, dude.
Most interesting man in the world.
The Michigan Manifesto, the 500-page document.
Get that guy a Dos
U.S. Marines. Thank you for your service, Connor Stallions.
Yeah.
Man.
I will not discredit that.
I agree, though. No way that Harbaugh had no idea that any of it was going on.
And it's your job to know.
It's your job to know. You get paid the big bucks to know. Connor Stallions is not going out on his own volition and doing all of these things.
$50,000 a year.
No shot.
You're the CEO, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?